My hotel bookings need to be in the center of a city or in the center of whatever I'm hoping to see, because I would prefer to walk to whatever it is, or to be able to take a boat. Say, when we went to Amsterdam, we traveled by boats somewhat. Sometimes we will choose a city based on its canals, because we're interested in historic modes of travel. So canals being one, trains being another. So I think in booking a hotel, I would want to be close to all of those things and be able to get to them quite quickly and to spend a lot of time there.
Location, definitely. Obviously, I like quite a good standard of hotel, but I would look at some websites that are unbiased, like TripAdvisor, to research other people's experiences. Depends on where the hotel's based, but I genuinely like a swimming pool. Obviously, an ensuite facilities, breakfast, restaurant, location to a town centre as well.
I think price is critical. It doesn't have to be the cheapest, but I do have a limit. So if the hotel's too expensive, then I can't go there. So that's probably the first thing. The second one is probably location. Because if you're traveling for work and then you have to spend more time traveling from your hotel to the place where you're working, that's a waste of time and possibly money as well. And then how convenient it is to get from the airport. Again, that can add a lot of extra costs. You can have a cheap hotel that costs a lot of money to get a taxi from the airport to the hotel. The next thing would be any necessary business requirements. It depends what you were traveling for, but if you needed a meeting room or Wi-Fi or office space or something like that, that would be important, but that wouldn't always be the case. Then I think after that it's personal preferences. So if I can do all of those things for the company, then I try to find one with a pool, because I love staying in hotels with swimming pools.
Hilton is the best known hotel brand name in the world. We have altogether about 3,600 hotels around the world and growing. We're divided into 10 different brands. Waldorf Astoria, Conrad being the luxury, Hilton hotels, Doubletree hotels, and Embassy Suite hotels in the sort of mid-market segment and full service. And then more the sort of limited service, which is excellent products, but not so much service, is like the Hilton Garden Inns, the Hamptons, and these sort of brands.
How do customers choose a hotel?
I think a customer chooses destination more than brand, to start off with. If anyone wants to come to London or to Düsseldorf or to Berlin, they may look at the destination first, and then they may look what's there and what's on offer and what hotels are there where they can stay.
How does the Hilton compete?
It is product, its location, its service. It's the different facilities in the hotel that we offer. For example, we have a very good meetings and conference product and a ballroom which can seat 1,000 people. We have 350 car parking spaces. So we're offering some unique features here. And of course, service. The fact that we are in so many different locations, I couldn't tell you now, but I think we are in over 120 countries around the world, so there are not many places where there is no Hilton branded hotel. Then we have a fantastic loyalty program, our Hilton Honors, and that enables the regular user, to collect points and air miles at the same time. So it's another incentive to stay and to sleep with Hilton rather than at the competition.
What is the customer journey at the Hilton?
There are some basic areas that one expects, which is a nice welcome on arrival, a clean room and a comfortable bed, a good breakfast, and a friendly and helpful service. We're looking at the customer journey. The customer journey is the path a guest takes when they arrive in the hotel, actually already when they make the reservation. So the customer journey starts perhaps in the internet or the moment they're on the phone making a booking, and then it continues when they arrive, when they walk into the front door, when they check in, when they have the first interaction with the hotel staff on arrival. The next step is the room itself and what they do in the room. In the room, they can order room service. They can put clothes into the laundry or dry cleaning. They sleep in the bed. Obviously, the room is being cleaned every day. The next day, they take breakfast, perhaps in the room or in the restaurant. They may use their minibar. They may attend a conference in the hotel and use the meeting rooms in the business center. Or they attend an event in town and may use public transport. At some stage, they will then leave again. They will come back to reception, they will pay the bill and check out and hopefully receive a friendly goodbye and farewell and, see you again soon. So all that is the customer experience and the customer journey, as we call it.
How do you train staff for a positive customer journey?
We have two ways of training our staff in customer service. The first step was to define our services, and we call them service standards or brand standards. So a brand standard, for example, describes that the telephone has to be answered within 3 rings, that it has to be answered with "Good morning, Dagmar speaking, reception, how can I help you?" The second step is then, of course, the training we do with all the team members when they start. On day 1, they get an introduction to Hilton, and then they get an introduction into their department and the service standards of that respective department. Number 3 is to check that it actually gets done. So twice a year, we have mystery customers visiting us like a quality inspector, checking us and doing mystery quality control to make sure that all the hotels and the hotel teams actually adhere to these service standards.